Yes, sirree, buddy. It sure is a grand illusion, or at least it's grand for somebody. Not necessarily for us, unless you've got just a wee bit of a tweaked mindset, which I happen to have. So, hey, there you go. Y'all are listening to Grammy's Rocket Cheer, and this is your hostess with the mostest wackadoodle freaking out Friday you've ever been around in your whole entire life. And I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. I am not one bit sorry. I should not tell a lie. Yeah. I'm not one bit sorry that I'm a little bit on the freaky side and a little bit on the wackadoodle side and a little bit, well, no, wait a minute, a lot on the crazy side. And I don't suffer from it at all. I enjoy every moment of it because this is my grand illusion. And come on in, see what's happening. Right now I have a kitty cat that just jumped on my lap. Hi, rascal. You going to help me this evening? Oh, hiccup. Wow. Let me see. Who do I have over here on Fakey Book real fast? I see the lovely Catherine has chimed in. Hey there, lady. How's things over there in Ireland? I hope they're absolutely wonderful. It's freaking hot out here. I'm getting real tired of being a hot Grammy. Hey, because I really am melting. You know, it's a good thing that I have some peppermint oil because about halfway through the day, my underarm stuff starts going, really seriously, I was not designed for this shit. So I just take my little peppermint oil roller that I have and I just roll little bit of that and I smell all minty fresh. And it really does cool you down too, which is just a little tip for y'all. If you get to where you're being a little bit overheated, be sure, number one, to get the certified pure essential oils because there is a difference. There's a lot of them that say that they are pure essential oils, but they are not. If they say they're pure, just that lovely little lingo right there can let them get away with having fillers, if you will. You know, like grapeseed extract or jojoba oil or almond oil or coconut oil. Those are all essential oils, but they are not necessarily the one that's on the label. They are fillers. So if you want to get the good stuff, you're going to have to pay a little more for it, but it will last you longer. So get certified pure essential oils if you're going to be buying it, okay? Just a little pointer from the crazy old lady in this rocket chair. And speaking of the rocket chair, Grimner, Ami, 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 I'm not worthy, but thank you ever so much. He made the way coolest logo for me. I now have a crotch rocket chair. And I love it. I love it. I can leave skid marks and not stain my britches. Oh, I'll bet you really didn't want to hear that, did you? Peppermint and pit sweat. I know. Goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, you're eating out of your garden now, Vince? Cool. I went and pulled the rest of my radishes because my dogs were trying to help me dig them up anyway. So I went and pulled the rest of them. Okay, let me go see. Oh, Vince, you are just so funny. You silly, silly man. Okay, let me see who's over here on that effing site. Hey, oh. Okay, D, I'll try and be, should I be very, very quiet? Shh, be very, very quiet. D is in the closet. He's hiding from the kitties. I have one on my lap. She's listening. She's reporting in already. And that, yeah, that purr machine's going. Yes, it is. I am so busted, D. Cheatwood. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I see Caddy Scatbrat is over here, as well as the wonderful Grimner. And looky there, Mary B is over here, and so is Oliver. Hey, Oliver. And let's see, who is this? This is someone that, oh, P.O.P. Hi, P.O.P. How you doing, woman? And HWR, and the lovely Circling from over there in Denmark. Oh, it's so wonderful that you stayed up, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. She's my bestest bud in the whole wide world. Bestest bud. Okay, let's see. Who else do I have? Real quick. TD, I see. Well, maybe that was from yesterday, I guess. Never mind. Would you stop chewing on the buttons of my shirt, young lady? Those are mine. I need those. My crazy kitty. You would think she'd been hanging around Vince or something. Okay. No one important is giving me shit. Imagine that. I'm just totally shocked. Okay, over here in the RLM, which if you wish to give me static, this is definitely the place to be, because I try at least to keep up with what's going on over here. I do kind of circulate around to Facebook and and Twitter. Once I get the tweet out there, I leave there because I tin can, kite string, and duct tape. That's my internet access. And everybody over there on Informed Planet, I don't know if anybody over here is listening in or not, but hey there, hi there, ho there. Love you, darlings. And now I'm going to have to shut you down too, just to save a little on my bandwidth. Oh, Christ. And there's that picture of those frickin' zit cakes again. Dem marks. Yeah. I don't know. What did I say? Oh, okay. Over here in the RLM, looky there, I see some new people are here. Wahoo! I see Asmo right up top. Yes, sirree. Asmo is my missionary man, and I just gotta love him for that, because he's not ashamed to admit it. He's a missionary man. Or at least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, because he's always on top. And looky there, Barman is closely behind Asmo, probably thinking, nope, not going to go there. Then I see the lovely Beth. I could have fun with your name, Beth. I really could. But I really need to move along. And then I see the one, the only, the creator of RLM and the brains behind Freedom's Network, Grimner, who is also closely followed by the lovely Kate. So Grimmy is once again the Grimmy middle of a lovely lady sandwich. And my poor little Mulder. How I love you much better when you're Darth roams, hon. But trust no one comes up right behind Miss Kate. And then there's Chalcedony, who is always so quiet. But whenever Chalcedony gets kicked out, Chalcedony pops right back in again. I'm thinking one of them Alphabet Soup Brigade peeps is what I'm thinking. But you know what? If this is how you get your entertainment, hun, if this is your life, wow. Wow, that's all I got to say. And looky there, the lovely Circolo is over here as well. Bless her heart, lovely, lovely Circolo, my bestest bud. And Chloe is here. Hey there, Chloe, how's things in your world? Free range is here. Are you free range chicken? Or are you one of those ranges that people put out by the curb and have big sign on that says free? Do you not work anymore? Oh, wait. Oh, there's going to be someone jump all over that comment. I know. You and I both know, because that is your stalker, hun. I also see IB Don C is here. And IB Don C is also down in the great state of Texas, where it's... is it as much of a scorcher down there as it is up here? Is it hot down there, or is it me? Hip, hip, hurrah! Yeah, that's right, Vince. Oh. He's 3X. Grimmy's a triple X. Wow. Alrighty. 3 bong hits. There you go, Grim. Where's Rob Works? I don't see him in here. He needs to get the bubbler out, damn it. Okay, I also see Java Doctor 2, the new and improved version, as well as Juana Taco. And you know what I had for supper this evening? Because I really didn't have a lot of time, because I was running like a crazy brains, which is really not unusual for me. I got a new kind of yogurt. that is really, really yummy. It's got, little chunkies of vanilla bean in it. It's very yummy. Very yummy. I absolutely love it. So I had some yogurt this evening, and if I'm hungry later on, I'll just fix me a tossed salad. But I don't know. I might throw some Juana taco on it too. Never know. I also see P. Bunyan is here, as well as Vin's, the one that is so easily entertained. This is just one of the many voices that Vince shows up with, and we love him in all of his voices. I also see Alias is here. Hey there, darling, from down under. How bursy is it in your neck of the woods? And hey, I had to take a little bit of a swig of water. I know, Rascal, you give me hugs. Rascal likes giving me hugs. All anarchists should be such peaceful people. Anarchists really are peaceful people, Chloe. We all are. Because we just want to be left alone. And if you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. And if you ask for assistance, we will help. Because most anarchists are actually quite helpful around the kitchen. Okay, yeah, I said I'm here, but, we're not swearing to that shit. And looky there, the lovely Mary B. from Down Under. How you doing, lady? Do you want me to send you some of my heat? Because, yeah, it started warming up earlier today. I mean, like at 7 this morning. It was 84 degrees at 7 this morning. And, yeah, about 11 o'clock, we had clouds roll in. We had lightning, we had thunder, we had humidity on top of 90 plus degrees, and then the rain came. Just a short sprinkle, just enough to turn the whole town into a sauna. So, as if I wasn't hot enough, then Mother Nature had to sweat on me as well. So there you go. I also see no one important here, and I think I know who that is. I think I'm related to that person. And Rajin, or is that Ragin? Are you raging like a raging Cajun? Is that who you are, hun? And to round out the crew, the one, the only anonymous so far this evening, RLM 98181, which is 1027. RLM 9. We'll just reduce you down to that. How's that sound? Okay, Free Range just shared a little thing from the dork table. So, let's read this real fast, shall we? Greetings from TDT, which is short for the dork table, but we want to be Alphabet Soup Brigade as well. So there you go. Alas, Saturday is on the way and will probably stop here in Denmark on its way to polish Putin's knob. Ew. The economic fantasy has all little ants scurrying around chasing shit that isn't even there. Dangleberry has been so busy murdering brown people and playing golf, he almost forgot to rub Hillary for good luck. And Donald Trump fell off his ego and might be suffering from a bruised coccyx. Which, if you look up coccyx, that it really is rather amusing. The Fed is keeping you safe. The state is keeping you broke. And for everybody else, there is always cake to look forward to. Yeah, those little cupcakes that when you squeeze them, they look like a zit. Ew. All these hot newsworthy topics and shit Flash hasn't even thought of yet will be on tomorrow morning. So there's a little blurb to get the news out. So, yeah. Now, what's that, Mary B? Oh, the weather was perfect. Well, cool. I still want to send to somebody. I was not doing Common Core math. I was reducing the number down, kind of like you do with fractions. You reduce it down in order to work the problem with fractions. Do not make me take a test on math because I will just totally spaz, because although I know this stuff, once someone tests me on it, I just spaz. So there. I'm not a good test taker. I'm just not. Okay, let me see. I got something flashing over here. Okay, I know. Internal server error. And yes, I really do think the cats are listening in and they're reporting back to the aliens. And I'll bet every one of those aliens did not register their UFO. Because you know, you don't register it, somebody can pull your ass over and give you a ticket, driving on an expired registration and all kind of shit. Did you really want to go to the county pokey? I don't know. We playing the hokey pokey? You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Okay, moving along. Okay, yeah, you would think I was drinking something stronger than water, which, you know, you never know. There might be something in the water. But I saw this over on the pig, and I just had to, because it's like, dear, I have had this conversation before. Dear alcohol, we had a deal that you would make me prettier, funnier, and a better dancer. I saw the video. We need to talk. I really do. Which is why I'm no longer on speaking terms with that shit. Because, yeah, it lies to me. Oh, sure, occasionally I will have a sip because, you know, I'm a glutton for punishment. I got to go back once in a while. Check out the beast, see if it's still as bad as it always was. And you know what? Some bitch lies to me every time. That's why I don't talk to it very often and not for very long. Okay, let me see what's going on over here on Fakey Book. Darwin, I see you, sweetheart. He is so funny. Such a smart ass. Gotta love him. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to get to, actually gonna have to get to some kind of a news article or something. Earn my keep around here, damn it all. And yeah, I go to earn my keep and I click on Oopie, and there's those frickin' pit cakes. Or pimple cakes, whatever the hell you. Those things are just frickin' nasty. Who the let's see. What all is going on? What? Okay, this one is rather unusual, so I'm going to go check it out because that looks very strange. Unless, oh, I'll bet you I know why it's doing that. I know why it's doing that, but once I read this, then I will tell you about another place where it really does do this. Water dumped from the Hoover Dam flows upward. Why? Because science and probably wind. A visitor to the Hoover Dam in Nevada performed an amateur science experiment by dumping out a water bottle and watching the water flow upward. There's a video posted to Instagram by user at Leslie138, which shows a woman standing atop the Hoover Dam and dumping a water bottle over the side of the structure. The water from the bottle flies upward instead of dumping out towards the ground. The woman said the wind hitting the bottom of the dam caused a strong enough updraft to prevent the water from falling, which I could believe that. Hey, there's video and it's on the internet, so it must be true. Just saying. Oh, Lord, the world's oldest Twinkie marks 40 years anniversary. Ew, and I'll bet you it's just like the day it was run off the assembly line. Ack. There is a place in South Dakota, and I'm sure Darwin knows about it because Darwin is from that neck of the woods. Hi, Meisterbrow. I see you, sweetheart. Uh-oh, and RLM 98181 has left the building. Damn it. I'll bet you that was Catherine, and I'll bet you she was having issues with the equipment. Damn it, damn it, damn it. If cops were to prevent crimes, they would have to be present on every street corner. No, we don't want to have them on every street corner. No, no, no. What are you talking about here, Chloe? That let's see. Where's that at? Oh, okay. Fraction. What? What? Yes, Vince. And you know the only difference between being a smartass and a dumbass is the smartass actually came up for air and the dumbass just sat there and snored. Ba-dum bump bump. Okay, just catching up here. All cops are people. Yes, they actually are people, but they are people that a lot of them, I have noticed of late, have a tendency to let that badge go to their head. Or at least that's what I see on the internet. And you know, that's one of those quirky little things. When you look for something, you're going to find it. Have you ever noticed that? If you really, really, really just keep looking for something, you will find it. Unless it's your keys that you know you put in the right place and you just freaking can't find them. Yeah. But, you know, sometimes you just need to explain to them that, you know, just following orders is not necessarily an excuse. You know? But if you keep looking for bad news, if you keep looking for ucky stuff, you know, the shit, you're going to keep finding shit, the ucky stuff. But if you actually go out of your way and start looking for some really cool stuff, or some stuff that you could look at and go, okay, that looks kind of bad, but I can turn that around and make it sound not quite so bad, which is called political spin. But yeah, sometimes I think we really need to go out of our way to look for good news, because there's so much ugly that's getting thrown in our face anyway. Damn it. Why is it when I get on the radio this week, my frog jumps in my throat? What the hell? So, peeps, how about we have a nice day? We have a fun day. That would be cool. That would be a way to tell the tards that be that, you know what, we're not going to listen to your shit. We're not going to play your game. We are not going to wander around in fear and anger all the time. We're actually going to enjoy ourselves and share some wonderful things, you know, like pictures of the outdoors, or beautiful waterfalls, or somebody doing a good deed, or whatever. You know, and that's another thing. I don't have a problem with people whipping out the camera and videotaping someone doing a good deed. That's way cool. That shit needs to get out there. People need to see that. They need to see that there are good people in this world. But when you see something nasty ass going down, and instead of stepping in and helping out whoever's getting pummeled or whatever, you whip out your cell phone and you videotape it because you're going to have a YouTube hit. Seriously, I want to hit you upside the head. Go help that person out. Instead of videotaping it, rooting someone on, any of that other nonsense that's been going on lately, go up and help. And I'm not saying help the one that's doing the pummeling. I'm saying go up and help your fellow man that's getting the shit knocked out of him. Because that's just rude to stand there and just videotape it and go, oh, it was really sad and the guy died. Really? And you couldn't do a fucking thing to stop it? Oop, F-bomb. F-bomb! Yeah. Well, apparently, people need to have that explained to them, and that's truly sad that people need to have that explained to them. I think, at least. Now, what I'm going to do, oh my goodness, Catherine, honey, you are just overachieving on the posting in that Sacred Soul Collective thing, and I really need to, yeah. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to go over to the pig, because I want to see what happened this day in history, July the 22nd, which it just happens to be a day that a childhood friend of mine, it is her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Jan. How you doing? Hope everything is wonderful. You're down in Texas, so I'm sure it's hot. Okay, this date in history, 1918. It's a bad day for ovines when somebody in the celestial realm uses them for target practice, taking out 540 sheep in Utah's Wasatch National Park. Wow! That's like overachiever status. Could happen to you. Just pay attention. This date in history, 1975, the House of Representatives belatedly votes to restore General Robert E. Lee's citizenship. Ah, belatedly. So, who's buried in Grant's tomb? Huh? Why? I don't know where that came from, but it just fell out. And finally, this date in history, 1994, 3 years after Jeffrey Dahmer confesses to 17 murders, O.J. Double Killer Simpson swears he's absolutely 100% not guilty. Irony surrenders. Yeah. Yeah, O.J. It's not just for breakfast anymore. Okay. I'm going to go check out my pocket because I know I put some stuff in my pocket that was pocket worthy today. Or actually over the last couple of days. And one of them is an email, or was from an email that my brother Choey sent to me. And yes, I misspell your name on purpose, hun. Why? Because I can. Actually, some of the times it's not on purpose. Sometimes it's just my fingers go, you know what, the hell with it. We're going to mess with him. We're going to do this just so he'll go, and you misspelled it again. Yeah, I did. Okay, radically incorrect facts regarding race and slavery. Now, I have to admit, I read like the first paragraph of this. Normally, I don't read any of except for the headline, and I kind of do a look to see if there's going to be a video that auto starts or any of that shit. I love you too, rascal. Yes, I do. Ow, but you're popping the girls, honey. Those claws hurt. So, this is from townhall.com. And, what? OJ was innocent? Yeah, if the gloves don't fit, you must have quit. You know, that's the funny thing about leather gloves. If they had gotten wet at any time, and if you try and put them on over latex gloves, odds are they're not going to slip over real easy. It's just one of them quirky little things, but you know, they don't explain that to juries. Not that it should have to be explained to juries. People should have a frickin' modicum of at least 4 functioning brain cells in order to serve on a jury. That's my requirement. You know, like that jury that awarded that gal how many $1 million because she spilled hot McDonald's coffee in her lap during rush hour traffic. Number 1, it's a frickin' styrofoam cup. Number 2, it's lava. It is liquefied. It hasn't solidified yet. It is lava in a cup with a lid on it to retain the heat so it stays in lava form while you're driving to work, like your half-hour commute, so that when you get to work, you can't bitch because, oh, my coffee's cold, and throw it away, and then call and bitch to McDonald's because your coffee was cold. In any case, gave her bazillions of dollars for her own stupidity, as far as I'm concerned. But hey, you know, you don't have to have more than 3 functioning brain cells to be on a jury. I think the requirements should be at least 4. At least 4. Oh well. As to this article, as was recently shown, the Black Lives Matters movement, with its central claim that police around the country are hunting and killing innocent black men, is a lie. Yet the BLM myth is enmeshed with a larger narrative, a narrative of eternal white racism, using that paintbrush to paint everybody as opposed to just the morons that behave in such a manner. And couched within this tale are distortions and outright, crucially false ideas of slavery. In the interest of that honest discussion of race that the Eric Holders and Barack Obamas of the world claim to want, I submit considerations without which no such discussion can be had. One glaringly inconvenient truth that odds are few folks of any race are aware of is that the very first legal slave owner in America was one Anthony Johnson, a black man. More specifically, Johnson was an Angolan who himself had been an indentured servant in the colony of Virginia before he became a tobacco planter himself. One of the African indentured servants who worked for Johnson's 300-acre plot of land was John Kaser. When Kaser had completed his 7-year term of service to Johnson, he asked to be freed. Johnson refused. See? Shit's come in all colors. Just saying. The latter did, however, agree to lend him to a local white colonist, Robert Parker. Yet not long after having made this agreement, Johnson had a change of heart and took Parker to court, where he charged him with having robbed him of his Negro servant. Liars come in all colors. Connivers come in all colors. In 1655, a white court sided with the black African over a white man, and in addition to make him pay damages to Johnson, ordered Parker to return Kaser to Johnson. However, Johnson versus Parker issued a dramatic legal change. While making his case, Johnson, in referring to Kaser, insisted that "thee had ye Negro for his life." Kaser became the first legally recognized slave in the American colonies, and Johnson was then the first slave owner, a black man owning a black man. And just one other little thing I want to throw out there. I don't know if it's in this article or not, but a lot of the people that were caught and imprisoned and sold into slavery over in Africa, the ones that were catching them and imprisoning them, sure, they sold them to the white slave traders, but a lot of the ones that were catching and imprisoning them were also of the darker-skinned persuasion. Don't you know? Apparently, there's a lot of people that want to forget that part. Johnson was the first American slave owner, black or white. Yet he certainly wasn't the last black man in America to own slaves. Joseph E. Holloway, a professor at of Pan-African Studies at California State University, is among those who note that there were thousands of black slave owners during the antebellum period. But Holloway also reveals some other startling, politically incorrect facts. Oh, somebody's going to get a butt pucker. I can tell it already. Relative to their numbers in the population, 27 million according to the 1860 census, a minuscule number of whites owned slaves. 8 million whites lived in the South, but of these, fewer than 325,000 owned slaves. What this means is that only 1.4% of the total white population consisted of slave owners, and only 4.8% of the white Southern population did so. In a glaring contrast, in this same year, there were 4.5 million blacks living in America and 500,000 blacks in the South. Over half of these, 261,988, were freed men. In the city of New Orleans alone, more than 3,000 blacks owned slaves. That is 28% of the free black population consisted of slave holders. In 1830, the Census Bureau notes that free blacks owned more than 10,000 slaves in the states of Louisiana, Maryland, Virginia, and South Carolina. As Holloway remarks, large numbers of free blacks owned black slaves, in numbers disproportionate to their representation in society. In some cities, during some decades in the 19th century, more than 75% of the free black population was comprised of slave holders. That's a chunk. And some of these black masters owned property in slaves that rivaled that of some of the wealthiest white counterparts, while far exceeding that of most slave owners. The widow C. Richards and her son, to cite the most notable example, owned 152 slaves. Some other interesting racially incorrect facts. For 4 decades, 1630 to 1670, those Africans who became freedmen owned white indentured servants. The majority of urban black slave owners were women. Virtually all of the black slave masters were mulattoes who not only enslaved their darker brethren, but refused to marry or even attend church with freed men of darker hue. This last fact, you can bet, is a particularly troubling one for the light-complexioned Holder and Obama. But there are others. Europeans didn't get involved with African slavery until the 15th century, very late in the game, historically speaking. For at least the preceding 800 to 900 years, Arab Muslims had been trafficking in African slaves, all, of course, as even Obama's friend and black Harvard professor Henry Louis Gates is at pains to show, with the cooperation of African leaders who had been enslaving their fellow Africans for even longer than this. Excuse me. I needed a drink. In their peoples and empires in West Africa in history, excuse me, 1000 or from the year 1000 to 1800, George T. Stride and Carolyn Ithaca show that while slavery was endemic throughout the continent, there were several groups, excuse me, like to note just some examples, excuse me, the Oyo, the Kabu, the Imbangala peoples that were particularly ruthless and brutal at enslaving, and some African slave holders, as the black American thinker Thomas Sowell has well noted, used to use their slaves as human sacrifices in religious rituals. In his Black Rednecks, I gotta see, somebody was... Hi, Spacey! Somebody took my name in vain. Let me see who it was. Oh, okay. Never mind. Back to this. In his Black Rednecks, White Liberals, in the chapter titled The Real History of Slavery, Sowell's commentary on the brutality of Arabic Muslims' treatment of African slaves is particularly difficult to digest. Muslims, he says, marched vast numbers of human beings from their homes in Africa, where they had been captured, to the places where they would be sold, hundreds of miles away, often spending months crossing the burning sands of the Sahara. The death toll on these marches exceeded even the horrific toll on packed slave ships crossing the Atlantic. But it wasn't just scores of black Africans who were brutalized by Muslim slave traders, as books like White Slaves, African Masters, an anthology of American Barbary captivity narratives, it confirms that so too were millions of white Europeans, and in the 19th century, white Americans. After all, it's not for nothing that the very word slave derives from the experience of mass enslavement suffered by the Slavs, i.e., white people. These are some racially inconvenient truths that neither President Obama nor any other RIC, Racism Industrial Complex representative, would ever want included in an honest discussion of race and racism. There are, though, others that will be noted at a future time. So, just to let you know, and the Irish, oh my Lord, the Irish were enslaved And actually, excuse me, the Irish were considered even more subhuman than the African slaves by a lot of people. So, yeah, I really don't think there is a culture on this planet. I'm not going to say race because the whole fucking human race has been enslaved at one time or another, and we're enslaved right now. We just don't see the chains. But every culture on this planet has been enslaved at one time or another. Everyone. So, that was by Jack Kerouac, by the way. What's that? Okay, you guys have been chatting entirely too much because I cannot keep up with a military coup when Trump wins. Oh my goodness. And that's true, Meister Brower. She can't understand normal thinking because she is so far from, and we aren't normal either, but yeah. Excuse me. Let me see if I missed anybody else that's hanging around in here. Nope, I think I got everybody. Okay. Let me put this over on Facebook real quick. Come on. Facebook has been hinky lately. I think I'll just share it just like that. I'm sure I'm going to have some people that are going to get a little cranky at me with that, but you know what? Sometimes truth hurts, and you really do need to research. You really do. Just saying. Okay, and I'll put that over on the effing site as well. Rascal, honey, what is your deal, Pickle? What's the deal, Pickle? Huh? You got pickle green eyes. Yeah, you do. Okay. I know. As if you want to hear me talking to my key cat. Tough patooties. Just whoop. Okay. Where is the one I want? There you go. I love these emoticons, Grammy, and I really like the bullshit meter. I like that one a lot. A lot. So, there it goes. Okay. Back to my pocket I go. Because I have to get to some silliness now. I saw Space Wolf. Yes, I forgot to do the sound effects, didn't I? Thank you for reminding me, Vince. I did say, hey, Space Wolf, but I didn't do the sound effects thing. So, there you go. Feel better? Okay, I got to do this one. I don't know. I don't remember who shared it. I think maybe Grim over in the RLM chat. But, okay, y'all, this poor guy, you know, speaking of out of Africa, a Nigerian astronaut lost in space needs $3 million to get home. This is for true and honest and everything. It's on boingboing.net. And it really is for true. It's from February, though, so I'm wondering if he's gotten the money yet or not. Or maybe he's still out there hovering with the robot going, danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robinson. And he's going, who the fuck is Will Robinson? So, Anorak received an urgent email from the cousin of Nigerian astronaut Air Force Major Abacha Tunde. Subject, Nigerian astronaut wants to come home. Dr. Bakar Tunde, Astronautics Project Manager, National Space Research and Development Agency, or NASRDA, Plot 555 in Massaw Street, PMB 437. Look at all these numbers. I'm going to get befuddled. Dear Mr. Sir, as if Dear Sir isn't enough, or Dear Mr. isn't enough. You have to have Dear Mr. Sir because that's proper etiquette, don't you know? This is a formal request for assistance, and it's strictly confidential. Shh. Be very, very quiet. I am Dr. Bekir Tunde, the cousin of Nigerian astronaut Air Force Major Abacha Tunde. He was the first African in space when he made a secret flight to the Salyut 6 space station in 1979. Wow, that's just shortly after I graduated high school. He was on a later Soviet space flight. I know, telling my age here. I don't care. On Soyuz T-16Z to the secret Soviet military space station Salyut E-8T in 1989. He was stranded there in 1990 when the Soviet Union was dissolved. His other Soviet crew members returned to Earth on the Soyuz T-16Z, but his place was taken up by returned cargo. There has been occasional progress supply flights to keep him going since that time, and he is in good humor but wants to come home now because, it would be so nice to be able to have a bowel movement and not have it floating around in space, having to dodge those little, yeah. In the 14 years since he's been on the station, he has accumulated flight pay and interest amounting to almost $15 billion. No, that's 15 million. But you get so many zeros and it becomes an unreal number, right? Excuse me. This is held in trust at the Lagos National Savings and Trust Association. If we can obtain access to this money, we can place a down payment on the Russian space authorities for a Soyuz return flight to bring him back to Earth. See, that's the problem with buying one-way tickets. You get totally screwed because a lot of times, there's just not a flight to catch to get back home. I am told it will cost $3 million American dollars in order to access his trust fund. We need your assistance. Consequently, my colleagues and I are willing to transfer the total amount to your account or subsequent disbursement, since we, as civil servants, are prohibited by the Code of Conduct Bureau civil service laws from opening and or operating foreign accounts in our names. Wink, wink. Needless to say, the trust reposed on you at this juncture is enormous. In return, we have agreed to offer you 20% of the transfer sum, while 10% shall be set aside for incidental expenses, internal and external, such as you're just screwed, between the parties in the course of the transaction. You will be mandated to remit the balance 70% to other accounts in due course. Kindly expedite actions as we are behind schedule to enable us to include down payment in this financial quarter. Please acknowledge the receipt of this message via my direct number, yada, 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 yada. Yours sincerely, Dr. Bekir Tunde, Astronautics Project Manager XXXX at nasrda.gov.ng. So, to those of you that wish to help this poor Nigerian astronaut come home. He just wants to come home. Somebody needs to send him some ruby slippers. That's how he could do it. Just click your slippers 3 times. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. And see, you'll come home. I don't care. I'm having fun mispronouncing things. But thank you anyway, dear Bretta. Vince, did you spit? Yes, I do have consonant anguish. Thank you, Grim. I see that. Wow. Or no, that was Vince. Thank you, Vince. Elmer's hitting the weed again? Elmer! The hell? Fudd ain't here. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. Oh, part Irish? Two Irishmen? Don't go there. Okay, you guys are... Having way too much fun. A princetronaut. Okay, there you go. That works. That'll work. Okay. I have a notification. Yay! Damn it all to heck. I'm going to have to start doing my little breathe thingy again. Damn it. I'll be all oilied. Woohoo. Don't get all excited, Vince. Okay. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm not real sure what I did, but you're welcome. Come on, effin'. Grammy, is the effin' site being really, really slow again? There we go. We'll do this little guy. And then I'll put this over on Fakey Book too. Just because we need to get the word out, because he needs our help. Hi. Now watch, there'll be someone take this serious. There's always one in every crowd. Have you ever noticed that? There's always one person that takes it serious. I know I have a time or two. Vincerino! A Vinstronaut. What the? A Vinstronaut? Okay. Elmer sniffs glue. Ooh. No, I think Elmer got turned into glue, hon. I hate when that happens. Oh, yeah, Grimmy just said that, too. Never mind. Okay. I have got all kind of notifications over here. Hi, Bubs. How you doing, sweetie? And Niles. Hi, Niles. And Christopher and Patrick. Yay! And Bill. Holy smokes, there's all kind of people over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to my pocket because I do have a few other goodies. And since it is a Freak Friday, we're going to do some weirdness because it's just freaky. It's freaky, freaky, freaky. And, let's see, do I want to go to Waking Times or do I want to go, Yeah, last night it was horrid. It was so slow. How slow was it? It kept telling me that it couldn't find it. Okay, here's a freaky one. This is just flippin'. That's what it is. School bans clapping and allows students silent cheers or air punching, but only when teachers agree. Okay, so silent cheers. What could, so do you stand around looking like you're having a seizure? Or, you know, you start doing the Sieg Heil thing or whatever. Hi, Hans. This is retarded. You want to know what the sound of one hand clapping is? Did you miss it? Should I do it again? There. Oh, clapping has, this is down under. Clapping has been banned at Sydney Primary School, which has introduced silent cheering or pulling excited faces. Wow, could you tell I was excited? Or punching the air to respect students who are sensitive to noise. Oh, wow. This makes my brain hurt. What little is left. The school now only allows its pupils to conduct a silent cheer when prompted by teachers and says the practice reduces fidgeting. Really? I would think all of these children just aching to just go, yes, woo! You know, because kids do that. I mean, I do that. Okay, I'm still a kid mentally. But hey, I would be fidgeting like crazy if I had to keep all of that contained and do the whole. Because I'm sure they're doing the finger thing, you know? Where it's like, yay. Oh, wait. Yay. God. Eleanor Heights Public School, which is on Sydney's northern beaches, announced its new silent cheer policy in its latest school newsletter. Is this to go along with the SBDs? Because, silent but deadly's mostly people go, oh, dude, seriously, a little noise, just a warning to let us know that was coming. Jeez. Whoa. Do you think maybe you ought to go check your drawers? Damn. But yeah, silent cheers go right along with silent toots. And wow, both of them reek. They both reek. The latest example of political correctness outbreak in Australian schools, which having banned hugging, singing Christmas carols, celebrating Australia Day because, well, just because, and singing the word black in a nursery rhyme, Baba Black Sheep. Do you people not understand? Do you not? Okay. The reason why it's Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Is because the lords and the ladies and the masters, those that the upper echeloner people, those people that thought they were upper echeloners, the leeches that be, they got to have all the white wool. So in order for you to be able to stay warm, you had to have some kind of wool, and black wool was not necessarily desirable. So black sheep was a good thing. If you had a black sheep, my mother is calling. I'll have to call her back. If you had a black sheep, that was a good thing because you actually got to have some frickin' wool to warm yourself. Dumbasses. No, I'll bet they have to sing Baba Rainbow Sheep. Well, you know what? What if that sheep tends to like other sheep of his persuasion and he feels offended by the whole rainbow moniker? What then? Apparently, the ban on clapping at Eleanor Heights Primary School emerged on the same day that an exclusive girls' school banned teachers from calling ladies or women in favor of gender-neutral terms. Okay. So what the hell gender-neutral terms do you use? Hey, you. Yeah, you. You can't have any pudding. That's what it sounds like. Although that was a sucky-ass Pink Floyd. But still. Did you know that our school has adopted silent cheers at assemblies? Isn't that special? If you've been to a school assembly recently, you may have noticed our students doing silent cheers. Instead of clapping, the students are free to punch the air, pull excited faces, and wiggle about on the spot. Oh, you can wriggle about. Oh, well, okay. So I'm going to do the pee-pee dance in my chair. All righty then. Oh, that means I really like it. No, it doesn't. It means I have to pee. When you attend an assembly, teachers will prompt the audience to conduct a silent cheer if it is needed. Oh, so this is kind of like, TV shit. You're not allowed to be happy or be excited unless someone does a little cue card saying, laugh, clap. What the fuck? Judas Priest. Teachers have also found the silent cheers to be a great way to expend children's energy and reduce fidgeting because they're fidgeting all the time because you don't allow them to go, yeah! Or, boo! 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 That's what I would be doing. I would be booing your sorry ass. Oh, give the cats their own phones? Hey, there you go, lady. There you go. Oh, Burnday commented on something. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go see who took my name in vain. I think I was probably Vin's. Doing the finger thing? Grammy, maybe seeing as how you're doing balls to the wall this evening when I call you. Because I'll call you and give you shit, at least for a little while. I'll have my camera on so that you can see, and I'll do the silent finger clap for you so you can see it and you can be ever so impressed. Because I'm sure. It's just something that you just flat ass can't live without knowing, right? Right. Oh, the neutral thing never happened? Yeah, that's because it sounded entirely too much like Pink Floyd. Hey, you! Yeah, you! You can't have any pudding. Oy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I am going to go back to the home page here and then back to my lovely little wanny on the, there we go. Okay, it's July 18th newsletter. The Eleanor School has published an item under the headline, "Did you know that our school has adopted silent cheers at assemblies?" And if you've been to a school assembly recently, you have noticed, okay, yada, yada, yada. I already read that shit. What the hell? Why are you Pete and repeating sitting on a bench? Pete fell off, and guess who's left? Repeat! The practice has been adopted to respect members of our school community who are sensitive to noise. Teach those children to plug their ears or put their hands over their ears, because just because one person is extremely sensitive. You know, if I'm sensitive to the smell of like someone's gas and everyone else is enjoying it, I'll leave the fucking room. Because if everybody else is having a good time, I don't need to be here. I can leave if it bothers me. You know, it's kind of like if I don't like a TV show, I turn it off. Well, that doesn't mean the rest of the world has to turn it off too. It just means, wow, I don't care for that, so I'm going to turn it off. Teach children to cover their ears if the noise is too loud for them. Or seat them somewhere where it's not so loud. I did. Okay. I don't see how this can expend energy. No, what? You guys keep repeating shit. Okay, the measure followed the introduction of the Safe Schools anti-bullying program. Oh. Do you not realize you're bullying by doing this shit, people? And teachers are told at the meeting that if they did not comply, they would be deemed homophobic and breaking the law. And see, that is bullying. When you threaten someone with comply or possibly lose your job, that is extortion in the adult world, but it's also bullying in the child world. So either way you look at it, it's bullshit. The school also has a queer straight alliance. What? That's a club, and it holds gender equality events such as Wear It Purple Day. Oh, fuck me running. Damn it. Don't be ruining my color purple. I like purple. Purple happens to be my favorite color, actually. I mean, there's a couple that are a really close second or third or fifth, however, since there's several. But I really like purple, and you guys keep ruining it for me. Cut it out. Fine. I'm going to wear my purple proud anyway, and whenever y'all say, you're wearing purple in solidarity with, I'm going to say, fuck no, I'm not. I'm wearing purple because I like purple, and y'all are morons. I will, too. Trust me. Someone asked me. There you go. Last month, it lowered the Aboriginal flag to raise the rainbow flag. Jesus God almighty. Oh, they raised the rainbow flag at half-mast following the attack at the gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida, where nobody was shot until after. Yeah. Police didn't want to release that detail, though, did they? No. Yeah, even Judge Knapp come out on that one, said, yeah, they didn't want to release that detail. Nobody was shot till the SWAT team went in. Did you know that? Local MP Damien Tudhope told the Daily Telegraph that parents feared their daughters might be ostracized if they didn't comply with Rainbow Day and Purple Day. That would truly suck. I mean, I had rainbow toe socks, back when they first came out, back before they were way cool for everybody else again. And then my granddaughter stole them because I actually still had them and my granddaughter stole them. But I had rainbow toe socks. And I wore them to be different because there weren't that many, but as if I had to do anything to be different. But I digress. In April, hugging was banned at the Geelong Primary School, and children were told to find other ways to show affection. Why is hugging banned? Why? Because hugging is actually good for you. It really is. There's not a damn thing wrong, and that human contact that is necessary for growth and development and for bonding. Who are these morons, and who allowed them to actually have a say in your child's life? Apparently, you did, if you let them have a say in your child's life. Damn it. Man up, parents. Woman up. Pull up your big girl panties and your big boy tidy whities and tell them damn teachers kiss your ass. Skid marks and all. Apparently, the St. Patrick's Primary School principal, John Grant, said nothing in particular had caused hugging to be replaced by high-fiving or a knuckle handshake. So what happens if that knuckle handshake goes amiss and someone scrapes their knuckles and then they get a boo-boo? Then are they not allowed to do that shit either? Huh? In this current day and age, we are really conscious about protecting kids and teaching them from a young age that you have to be cautious. Oh, kids cannot be kids anymore. You might fall down. You might hurt yourself. You might hurt someone's feelings if you actually express your opinion. Wah. He said he'd spoken to teachers about his decision to ban hugging, and then the teachers had spoken to classes, instructing the children on different methods of showing affection. So I suppose, like wet willy, licking your finger and wiping it on someone's cheek, that kind of shit's no longer appropriate either, huh? Cruds. He had not sent any correspondence home to parents, but said that there now would be a letter going home on Monday. Oh, well, isn't that just special? There's a range of methods, including high five or a particular knuckle handshake, where they clunk knuckles in a simple way of saying, well done, pip pip cheerio, good job, old bean. There are also verbal affirmations and acknowledgments. I've heard an awful lot of verbal affirmations and acknowledgments that I would not repeat on the radio. Just saying. Children at the school have been enthusiastic huggers, he said, with hugs given out to teachers and other children. And you know why they're enthusiastic huggers? Because they're enjoying themselves. They're happy-go-lucky little children. And they are expressing that joy. They are expressing that happiness in a constructive and non-harmful way. And yet, apparently, you still have an issue. Oh, but we have a lot of kids who walk up and hug each other, and we're trying to encourage all of us to respect personal space. Safe space, safe space. I need my safe space. It really comes back to not everyone is comfortable in being hugged. Okay, if you're not comfortable being hugged, there's the whole talk to the hand move. You know? Have you not seen that one yet? Grim, have you seen that one? Do I need to show you that one too tonight when I call you during the balls to the wall? Just asking. Because I can show you the talk to the hand move too. I can also show you the single finger salute move. That's one of my favorites. That's one that's coming up right now. Because, yeah, I'm thinking these people are number one. But not only are they number one with one hand, they are now number one with both hands. And I wonder if that would be considered an appropriate gesture to show how much you appreciate what they're doing down there. Not just one single finger salute, but let's do the other one. And let's pump those puppies high in the sky. Yeah, teach the kids. This is what you need to show them. There you go. Yeah, good thing I'm not in Australia. Wow. This is just wow. I can't believe it. I just almost snuffled on that one. Just almost. Not quite. Half-assed? Who's half-assed? Oh. See, Vince, now there you're talking about all that. Yeah. Oh, the gender. Okay. No, wait a minute. I'm catching up here. Okay, RLM. What'd you say, barman? Hide cannabis use from my kids. Really? Hide drinking a glass of wine from them. Yes, cannabis is significantly. Vince, oh my God, I hadn't thought of that. Oh, jeez. Brilliant. It was a one-armed man that started that shit. He was miffed because he was tired of clapping like that. Brilliant, Vince. See? You're like Sherlock Holmes or something on that. I am so impressed. Why do I have to back up? I ain't backing up. I don't trust you. Okay. That effing site is telling me it has a server error. Refreshing, refreshing. So, Vince, honey, tell me. Oh, I know. You want me one arm, you one arm, and twinks the two of us. Hey, that'll make a noise that will startle someone, don't you know? And that's just rude and inconsiderate, and we shouldn't do that kind of stuff. 'Cause it's just wrong. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, D. Cheatwood, because, yeah, they have been doing a little bit of tic-tac-toe out here of late. I'm wondering if maybe that's not part of my hack wheeze. Thanks, darling. I will go ahead and open that and put that in my pocket and save it for later. Because, yeah, I'm going to need that bad boy. I think. And you know what? I'll bet you I'll bet you I have everything I need right there. Okay. Right here. Let's try this again, shall we? Oh, Vans, you silly. Okay. Actually, I think I shared this earlier over here, but what the hell? Grammy is the site just because I keep getting in the shout box, I keep getting server error occurred. Internal server error. I'm going to bop the damn thing here in a minute. I am. What? Oh, one hand prevents the clap. Ah, well, yeah, you know. Say hi to Rosie and her 5 ugly daughters for me, won't you? Oh, Vince. You're just so goofy. Okay, let me see. Where's it at? Well, I need to find just the right one. Boop, 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 boop. Where's the clapper? There it is. There's the clapper. Oh, my God. What would you do if you can't clap in that school and that's the only way you turn the lights on and off? You'd be totally screwed. You would. You would have one hell of an electric bill, or you would be working in the dark. One of the two. Okay. I clicked add a link. Add a link. Please and thank you. Hi, Courtney. Oh, Darwin commented on something. Darwin commented on the Nigerian astronaut that's lost, and he said, you got to give them credit because they are persistent. Yes, they are. They're persistent little buggers. Bless their hearts. Okay. Let's see. I'm going back to my pocket because I still have, but wait, there's more. Because you know how all of this false flag shit's going on? And I mean, have you noticed how they're picking up the pace on that stuff? You know, it's getting to the point where there's one a day. I swear. And actually, there is one a day of late. You know why? Because they're desperate. They're getting nervous. People are going, really? Kiss off. And that's why they're having to, someone over on Informed Planet shared an article, which I didn't throw in my pocket, about how they're advertising in Canada for crisis actors for things that they're going to be practicing, having drills for here in the United States. Yeah, they can't even get actors here in the United States anymore. They got to go to Kazakhstan to get them. Well, next thing you know, they're going to be going over to France and getting people, and they'll be coming over here going bon vivant, you know, and all that other Frenchy shit. And people are going to be going, bullshit! That is not someone from Arkansas. I know someone from Arkansas. His name's Vince, and he don't talk nothing like that. Okay, so here we go. This is from SputnikNews.com. And I'm going to put this over here on Fakeybook real fast. The thing about the clapper. I don't think I put it over there. Let's see. There you go. That'll learn you. Butt munchies. Okay. That way I can close this thing. And I can close the Nigerian astronaut too. Okay. Duck and cover! Martian tripod spotted prowling in Siberia. Y'all are not going to believe this shit. It's from Sputnik International. Serious. I seen it. It's on the internet. It's got to be true. Or it's an excellent way of showing you how you can make the news. And I'm not talking about getting 15 seconds of fame. Earlier this week, the residents of Novosibirsk, I butchered the shit out of that, were in for a somewhat spooky experience when the city authorities decided to test the local public broadcasting system during heavy rain. But if you thought that a siren wailing amidst the rain and fog was creepy enough, then you got another thing coming. Because a local resident named Konstantin Kovalenko took footage filmed during that test and used his computer graphic expertise to add a little extra bit to it, namely a Martian tripod from War of the Worlds. According to Russian netizens, the alien war machine fit perfectly into an already eerie scene, and there are videos attached to this. And y'all need to see this shit so that you can see this is just some guy at home with his, programs that you can buy off of the internet or go to a local Best Buy or whatever, or however, and do these kind of creations. So imagine if someone's sitting at home with their own computer, kind of like me sitting at home broadcasting right now. If someone can do this shit on their home computer, imagine how many things we think are real on the news that are really just someone copying and splicing. You ever thought of that? I bet you that's what most of the news is. Green screen. Arkansas? Yes, you are. Uh-oh. Raging left. Oops. Was she really, Vince? I'd heard some stories about her, but wow. Minnie is such a shameless little hussy. Shame, shame, shame. Okay, I know I shared this already on Fakey Book. I know I did. So I'll just share it here on Effin. Because it's aliens! By the way, MP, if you get a chance to listen, Mental Pancakes, I saw you earlier, sweetheart. It is so good to see your back. Or your front, or your side, or what. To see you on the site. That was wonderful, hon. It's been a while. I'm glad to see that you are internet accessing, kind of. Come on, thank you. We'll do this little guy, because he's kind of cute. And a one, and a two, and a three. And back to my pocket I go. Dang, I'm just a little over half an hour, and then I am done for the night. Which, by the way, y'all, later on this evening, actually, 11 o'clock Eastern time, will be Grimner with Balls to the Wall, because apparently the lovely Moose Girl has a life once again. Which, speaking of having a life, I actually had a date the other night. I know, it shocks hell out of you, doesn't it? Shocks hell out of me, too. Because he was actually quite the gentleman. He was an individual that had had car trouble. I don't know if I told you guys or not the other day, but he'd had car trouble, and or actually motorcycle trouble, and rented our rental vehicle to continue on his trip to Colorado. And on the way back, when he was calling to let me know when he would have the rental vehicle back, he asked what I was doing that evening. And I kind of said, why? And he said, because I'd like to take you out to dinner. And it's like, cool. Okay. Bonus round. So had a wonderful time. Very intelligent man. Pleasing to look at. And we had a very good time. A lot of conversation. Wandered around town. Showed him the county fair. Because, yeah, fair's going on. And so had a good time. It was nice to be able to spend time with an adult male that is not a brother, that I didn't have to worry about keeping parts of my anatomy from being groped. So, that was a kind of refreshing change from what goes on out here. So, no, I did not get some Grammy. I got a meal. Got a hug. I ain't telling you the rest. No, really. I'm not going to kiss and tell. But he's a very nice man. And now he's on his way back home. And hey, it's awesome. I made a friend. I think that's cool. So, okay. Let's see. Free range. Oh. Later, free range. Are you in circles cutting out? You getting tired? Yeah, 'cause you got to do a show in the morning, dude. Or afternoon for you. Morning for me. Okay. This one, Grimmy shared over in the RLM chat earlier today. It's from the metro.co.uk. Little boy wakes up to brutal chore list from the tooth fairy under his pillow. Now, I thought this was extremely inventive, extremely ingenious. And if it wasn't for the fact that I really don't care to lose any more teeth, which means I'm going to be scoping y'all out. Don't be smiling too big, because I'm going to see how pretty your pearlies are. I may need to nab one if I need some spare change. Just saying. The tooth fairy is supposed to soften the blow of, hi Bobby Bain, of losing your teeth when you're a kid by swapping it for cash. Not this one, though. This tooth fairy slash parental unit decided to use it as a bargaining tool to get their kids to do their chores. The poor boy will never want to lose another tooth again. The boy's dad, Imgur user Philly Bits, was texting his wife about how to handle the loss of a tooth. And let's see. Okay, I guess I'll just go ahead and read them. The wife says, "Did you ever give L anything for his tooth?" And the dad said, "No, I forgot." So mom says, "Should I put something on his table? Where is his tooth?" Dad says, "I told him to put it on his desk, and I was out till midnight or so talking with redacted. So is $5 okay? I have 7 in ones and a 20. He's not getting a 20, which really, seriously, we got nickels and dimes for our teeth. Damn, my folks were cheapskates. I mean, the tooth fairy was a cheapskate." To which the dad replies, "Sure, and maybe a chore list with a note of if he doesn't shape up, the tooth fairy is going to take his teeth straight out of his mouth while he sleeps." So they agreed on reaping the benefits from it as much as possible, using a bit of scaremongering. So the dad suggests, do something like a professional letterhead. From the Office of Tooth Fairy, LLC, tooth adjusters. Give it a color border, yada, 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 yada. Thank you for your receipt of your 4th molar, that kind of fun stuff. And there is a picture down here that okay, I'm going to have to go to the actual link. I'm reading this in my pocket because that way I don't have to worry about shit going nuts. So, the Office of Tooth Fairy, LLC, Tooth Adjusters, Hygiene, Moralville. July 20th, 2016. Mr. Elliott, 2nd bedroom, loft bed. Dear Elliott, thank you for the return of your 4th molar. Here is a payment upon receipt, the agreed upon sum of $5 American. By leaving your tooth out for one of our tooth adjusters, you, the tooth E, have entered into a contractual obligation to perform the measured work herein known as chores. Please see the attached addendum for an updated list of those chores. We have been notified by your parental units that these obligations have frequently gone uncompleted and often have been requested multiple times before they are in fact done. If these obligations are not fully completed without demand in the specified time frame, every day after school or camp, we will have no recourse but to repossess all of your remaining teeth by force if necessary, with no repayment to you. The most comfortable solution for all 3 parties involved, tooth adjusters, toothee, and parental units, is for you, the toothee, to do the chores as expected, on time, every day. Do not make us come and take your teeth. Warm regards, the Office of Tooth and Fairy, LLC, Tooth Adjusters. I find that extremely inventive and am really, really ticked that I didn't come up with something that brilliant. That's just hilarious. No, I didn't tell you. You can leave. You're not supposed to leave no one important. I didn't say nothing about that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Vince, honey, you know, sometimes there are things that you really shouldn't be sharing with the rest of the class. Just saying. You know, wow. You know, like groping yourself, that kind of stuff. It's just, no. The rest of us don't really want to know about that, honey. Okay. I think that might actually be. No, I did have something else in my pocket that I thought about going to, but then I thought, no, I will go ahead and share it. It's from the Free Thought Project. It's an officer fired, framed, threatened, and exposing, or for exposing fellow officers. Um, and yeah, oh, I do have one more in my pocket. Let me pull this one out and go ahead and share it with y'all over there on in the RLM and on the effing site because yeah, y'all need to see this shit. It is not cool. But I'm not feeling it tonight, and I know it's going to get buried in my pocket down below the lint if I don't at least share it tonight. So, okay. Yes, I know, effing site. And now I'm going to go back because I did find the other one that I wanted to get to. I think this is kind of cool. Now, I didn't read the whole thing. I just read the headline and saw the picture and thought, oh, that's just neat. So this is from boardpanda.com. A construction worker hides Waldo on site every day for kids in hospital next door to find. That's cool. That is cool. A thoughtful construction worker named Jason Hanley thought it would be nice to do something to cheer up the children in the hospital next door. His idea was absolutely brilliant. Haney, with the help of his daughter, created an 8-foot-tall cutout of the Where's Waldo and hides it on the site every day for the kids in Memorial Children's Hospital in South Bend, Indiana to spot. Once Haney is notified that the kids found Waldo, the large cutout is moved to a different spot, and the kids look for it again. Haney has even created a Facebook group for the kids to post their finds, and the best part? Haney and his daughter are already working on cutout minions for his next project. And this is just pretty darn cool, and there's lots and lots of pictures for you to see where he's hiding Waldo all over the place. And see, this is the kind of stuff that you need to do. Because, yeah, sick kids, they need something to make them smile. Because, you know, a positive attitude really does help in the healing process. And anything to bring a smile to a sick child's face, you do help speed up the healing process. Oh. You want to be groped, Vince? Sorry, hon. I'm not real good at that long distance groping. Ew. That's just nasty, Mary B. What the hey? Okay, let me see if that... Yay. That damn server thingy is doing it again. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll just have to share them later. When I'm not broadcasting. Okay, let's see. I have some time yet. What shall I do with my time? Should I go to the FARC? I haven't been to the FARC lately. We'll share that one. Yeah, there you go again. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Because I really don't see anything else on. Ooh. There you go. We'll go over here to Oopie because, hey, you know, brewskis. Just saying. Apparently, there are feral cats that defend a Chicago brewery from rats. That's just pretty cool. Although, are they really feral or do they just really don't want you touching them? A brewery in Chicago enlisted the help of 4 feral cats to defend their grain from rats and other pests. The 4 cats, Venkman, Ray, Egon, and Gozer, were brought to the Empirical Brewery in December to help keep the brewery's pest problem under control. The traditional rodent control solutions weren't working for us, so we turned to cats. After a brief acclimation period, the cats were free to roam around the brewery. Empirical Brewery brought the cats in from the Treehouse Humane Society and offered them a home in exchange for their work. We built them a house, we feed them, we change their litter, and in exchange, they offer the best pest control solution around. According to a frequently asked, the cats help to protect the sterility of the grain and ultimately the integrity of the brewing process. Our grain is stored in heavy sacks which the cats protect from rodents but never eat themselves. From the grain crusher to the grist case to the mash tun to the boil kettle to the fermenter to the bright tank, everything is part of a closed system, the Post states. This is necessary to maintain a nearly sterile environment for the yeast to properly ferment the beer without bacterial interference. Venkman, the head brewery cat, oh my goodness, also has his own Twitter account which chronicles the cat's adventures. Oh, now I'm going to have to find Venkman and follow Venkman on Twitter. Oh, crap. Got a database error on it, Grammy. I don't know what. I think it's your hosting service, hon. Is what I think. But we'll put, yeah, do not grope the kitty. Oh, really? Oh, there you go, no one important. These are the cats that killed the rats that ate the malt that sat in the brewer that Jack built. Ah, so they are famous. Alrighty. Cool beans. Such a good kitty. How about such good little rat busters? There you go. Okay. Well. Hi again, Darwin. Oh, Mother Goose rhymes. Ah, thank you very much. Yep. I do remember that rhyme. There we go. Now we will go to... We'll go to that one. I'm going to see if I can get it to come up again, Grimmy. Nope. I keep getting an error establishing a database connection. So I will check back at FN when I get done. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay, well let's go over and check out Fark. Fark off. Oh, Kane. Okay, British Airways flight to Crete turns back. Okay. I'm going to have to go here. This is from the telegraph.co.uk. British Airways flight to Crete turns back to Gatwick after cannabis smell fills cabin. Well, you're already high, so why not be double high? Ha ha. The British Airways flight carrying holidaymakers to Crete was forced to turn back when a nasty smell filled the cabin. Are you sure it wasn't just someone's stinky feet? Passengers complained of smelling a foul odor, reportedly compared to the smell of cannabis by some. On the flight to Heraklion, after taking off at the Gatwick on Thursday morning. Oh, okay. Thanks, Grammy. The pilot turned back as a precaution, and the flight was met by fire crews when it landed 90 minutes later. Passenger Simon Skinner tweeted the holidaymakers on board were left disappointed. Well, yeah, y'all should have waited till you landed before you started doing a puff-puff passing, don't you know? Another passenger, 40-year-old Stuart Barnes, told The Sun, "We were 4 rows back from the back, and the whole area stank. Everyone was saying it was cannabis. We were told the air con would clear it, but it got even stronger. Ah, somebody stashed some weed in the air conditioning ducts." Passengers were eventually put on a rescheduled flight to Greece's biggest island at Mayday. Or at midday. Mayday, that's over in the Pacific. Yoinks. A British Airways spokesperson said no evidence of cannabis or anybody smoking cannabis was found on board. She added that our pilot returned the aircraft to Gatwick as a precaution following reports of an unidentified strong smell in the cabin. "We are sorry for the delay to our customer's journey. BA's route to Heraklion is part of the airline's no-frills offering, which competes with low-cost specialists such as Ryanair and EasyJet on the short-haul market." So, bummer. No frills fare. Wow. A one-way to Amsterdam. What did I tell you about one-way tickets? That's only £39. Oh, you shut. Oh, thank you, Grammy. Is that what was befuddling things? Let me try it again. How about, yeah, we'll go this one. Nope, still not letting me in. I'll have to clear my cache and stuff, and I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. I'll put this over here too. Talk about flying high. They're just no fun. Party poopers. You know this is a party thing, and seeing as how you have no frills, what people have to provide their own frills, right? Okay. Back to Fark I go. Let's see. There is a PG cop busted for R-rated photos. Don't know that I want to go there. Just because you can't make it doesn't mean you can't throw a great party. Nope. I don't want somebody partying at my place unless I'm there. Nope. Let's see. Wow, they have a lot of scaries on here. Dang, Fark, what the hell's wrong with you? Oh, yeah, Mary B. Yep, they also have that, the dead guy over here on Fark. Man, it smells like something died in this food restaurant's restroom. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, hey, this ought to be fun. It's 7 health products from the past that you would not be able to sell today. Since I have just a little bit of time here, let's go. Wow. Oh, my Lord. Okay. If someone walked up to you today and suggested you drink radioactive water to reinvigorate your body, or offered you a cigarette to ease your asthma symptoms, you'd probably walk away quickly, in the hope that such craziness isn't contagious. Yet, not that long ago, these and other questionable health products were openly marketed to the public as great ideas. But wait, there's more. Take a walk down with us down memory lane for a look at the products that more than a few people once thought were sound ways to improve your health, but which now may make you wonder how humankind made it through the 20th century. I don't think we did. Whee! This is an alternate universe, isn't it? Number 1. Wow. Lysol as a contraception and vaginal hygiene product. Woo! This is important news for married women. That other you could destroy his love. So your evil twin, whoa, baby. Oh, man, whoo. Yeah, the new Lysol, thoroughly effective for intimate use, yet needs no poison label. Be the real you, the one your husband loves, not withdrawn, unsure of your intimate feminine hygiene. Remember, doubt, inhibitions can create another you. Wow. The first thing you think of when you think of Lysol is probably germs, as we use the product today as a disinfectant. But killing germs meant something entirely different at one point in Lysol's history, when the product was widely advertised as a douching product for women to maintain daintiness down there. It also had another scary purpose. However, Mother Jones cites Andrea Tone, who writes in her book Devices and Desires, A History of Contraceptions in America, that it was also the most common form of birth control from 1940 to 1960, when the pill first hit the market. Wow, so that's what's wrong with a few of the people that I know that are older than me. Whoo! Alrighty. How about number 2, radium water? Are you feeling sluggish? How about a swig of water with a splash of radium in it? It might seem ridiculous to casually ingest radioactive fluids, but radium water had its time in the spotlight around 100 years ago. You could use the Revigorator, which was a water dispenser made of ceramic lined with uranium ore. Just fill it with water and let the radium-lined jug do its work overnight. Wow. How about number 3? Ozone paper and cigarettes for asthmatics. Ozone paper. So how do you get ozone paper? Do you go up and you actually... That's where the hole in the ozone came from, I'm telling you. Those dirty bastards. They was like up there cutting holes, harvesting the ozone, don't you know? Hi. The idea of someone with asthma lighting up anything in an effort to breathe better is laughable by today's standards. But things were different in the 19th century. Preparations such as Potter's asthma cigarettes, Himrod's cure for asthma, Asthmador cigarettes, wow, Dr. J.D. Kellogg's asthma remedy, which was cornflakes, Um, no, not really. Espic, Lagros, and Escouffleur powders and ozone paper were aggressively marketed and sold over the counter in most Western countries. Wow. Oh, hey! Okay, it's not just the women that are getting it here, guys. Number 4, Listerine to treat dandruff and gonorrhea. And it's a guy scrubbing his head. Yeah, guys, you got to put it on your head. I want to... No, don't go there. It is the most effective treatment for dandruff. It's so delightful. Long before it was sold as a mouthwash to ward off halitosis, which, I'm sorry, have you smelled Listerine? Gack. Especially the old Listerine. Gack. And sometime after it was sold for its original use as a surgical antiseptic in the 1880s, Listerine served as a sort of catch-all for whatever might ail you. In other words, pretty much what Big Pharma is doing nowadays. They create some kind of pill. They go, what the fuck can we invent to say that so we can recoup our money that we've invested in this shit? I know. Reckless toe syndrome. Where, you know, it's that syndrome where you walk through your house in the middle of the night and your toe recklessly leaps out and jumps and runs into sharp corners. You need to take this pill for $243 a month. Reckless toe syndrome. Mark my words, that's going to be the next one. Just saying. Apparently, this was originally invented as a surgical antiseptic. But in the 1920s, the company had come up with a better idea and invented the word halitosis, using the Latin root to mean unpleasant breath, pushing Listerine as a way to cure it. See? Been at it for a while, haven't they? Number 5. I'm going to get through these real quick because I'm just about out of time. Vitamin donuts. But, Mom, do I have to eat it? It tastes like a vitamin. Seriously? Number 6. 7-Up for babies. Okay. My mom did that. And I did that for my babies. Because a lot of times the carbonation would either settle their tummy or it would help them puke up the evil spirits, get them out of the system. So, yeah, 7-Up and soda crackers. Yeah. And violet rays. And you know, this is really not so funny because I have a link in my pocket that I will also share. I can't remember the name of it now, but I have the link. Oh, ozone papers get you higher. Hi, Zen Rosa. Oh, and it was an outhouse sanitizer. Thank you, darling. I didn't know that. You snuck in on me, sweetie. I didn't say you sneak in. Okay, dang, I am out of time, y'all. Be sure to stick around or come back later because Grammy will be on with Balls to the Wall where he will be playing all kinds of tunage. And I promise to Skype with him at least for a little while, at least until Solvener calls, because I think this is the night Solvener calls. But I'll Skype with him just so I can show him the finger thing. You know, because there's all kinds of silent cheers. But, oh, that's right. I hadn't thought of that. No one important. That's why Homer is so healthy. Yeah. See? Oh, donuts. Okay, I'm going to have to find that other link in my pocket. Yeah, I'll just go and grab it real quick. Because I know exactly where it's at. In my pocket. That's where it's at. Because that's where it's at. It's right underneath the cold laser therapy. Because I'm going to check into that. Color light therapy. Spectrotherapy. That's what it's called. Spectrotherapy. So yeah, the violet light stuff. And actually that's what I actually got that treatment when I was a child. On my foot. Just saying. So, I need to hurry up and get the hell out of here. But Be sure to check back tomorrow morning because Solvenor will be on UCY.tv with the Solvenor event. Directly following Solvenor on RLM Radio will be Flash and myself and whoever wishes to join us for the Dork Table, where we're going to be discussing all kinds of shit that we have no freaking clue about, but we're going to pretend like we do. Ew, oh God, no one important, damn it all. And you call me creepy. Tomorrow afternoon will be Kira with The Bridge. Tomorrow evening is Bo Diddy with some bodacious tunage. Sunday morning is Grimner with the blues, leading you into Hal Anthony and Behind the Woodshed to open up a can of whoop ass. I will be back